Good morning, students. The important concept in the chapter Structure of Atom is to write electronic configuration of elements on the basis of quantum mechanical model. We are discussing electronic configuration, and we have done with first 20 elements how to write their electronic configuration, and we have seen that first 20 elements have uh, either the last electron in s orbital or p orbital. So now from 21st element d orbital start filling. So let us see how this electronic configuration is to be written. So for 21st electron, as you can see from Aufbau's principle, that after filling two electrons in 4s, that is of potassium and calcium, the 21st electron will now enter in 3d orbital. So 3d subshell has 5 orbitals on the basis of its orientation. Hence, these 5 orbitals are filled on in accordance with the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity in the same way as we have done with p orbitals. Let us see. First element of 3D series is scandium, and scandium has electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d1, means after 4s2 first electron enters in 3d. Otherwise the energy of 3d is higher than 4s, but as soon as the electron starts entering in 3d, the energy decreases, and we can write electronic configuration in the way when we write 3d before writing 4s. So in this way you can write, and orbital diagram also in 3d orbital just one electron. Next, for titanium, 22nd element, one more electron will enter in 3d and it will be 3d2 now. But remember, you need to fill electron in the next d orbital, means all 5 d orbitals will first occupy single electron, then pairing will start. In vanadium you can see that it is 4s2 3d3, or in terms of energy we can also write 3d3 4s2, and in noble gas core you can also write argon 3d3 4s2. Next is very important, chromium. Chromium, otherwise you can see that after entering 2 electron in 4s, 20 electrons complete. So next 4 electrons should be there in 3d orbital. So configuration should be 4s2 3d4, but actually its configuration is 3d5 4s1. This is because, as you can see here, when 3d subshell is exactly half filled with these 5 electrons, so this kind of half filled configuration is more stable as compared to 3d4. So it becomes, in terms of energy or stability, 3d5 and 4s1 is the configuration of chromium, and this is an exception from Aufbau's principle, where 4s2 is not completely filled and this one electron here enters in 3d subshell to occupy exactly half filled 3d5 configuration. So very important to understand this configuration of chromium. Next we have manganese. In manganese you will have 4s2 and 3d5. Again वो जो एक इलेक्ट्रॉन क्रोमियम में शिफ्ट हुआ था 4s से, that will enter in 4s orbital again, giving here also exactly 5 unpaired electrons in 3d orbital. So configuration of manganese is 3d5 4s2. This is only I'm telling you the valence shell configuration. Otherwise the complete configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d5 and 4s2. Next is iron. Iron has atomic number 26. So means 26 electrons are to be filled in its shells. So accordingly first 20 electrons will enter up to 4s2, and then next 6 electrons will enter in 3d subshell. And 3d subshell first you need to mention single electron in each 5 orbital and then start pairing in the first d orbital, and in this way total electrons in d subshell is 6. So it is 3d6 4s2. Next is cobalt. In cobalt you can see that 27 is the atomic number, and next 7 electrons will be there in 3d. So its electronic configuration is 3d7 4s2. Nickel, 28 atomic number, 8 electrons will be there in d subshell, and it will be 3d8 4s2. Remember that whatever is the atomic number after 20, from 20 to 21 to 30, 20 electrons will be there in 4s2 except chromium and copper. Otherwise all other electrons will be there after 20. They will enter in 3d subshell. Next is copper. Copper, again it is exception, because when 9 electron enters in 3d subshell, then it becomes unstable, because it's just 1 electron is left in its very stable completely filled configuration. So 1 electron jumps to 3d orbital and it gives a more stable configuration in terms of energy, that is 3d10. So configuration of copper is 3d10 4s1. Last element of this transition series, zinc with atomic number 30. So there are 10 electrons in d orbital, 3d orbital, and 2 electrons in 4s2. So its configuration is 3d10 4s2. So have a look at the configuration of all these elements from atomic number 21 to 30, and you can see that number of electrons are increasing in d subshell, 3d1, 3d2, 3d3. Ek exception, chromium, it's not 3d4, rather it's 3d5 4s1, because of extra stability of exactly half-filled electronic configuration. And this same exception will be there in copper also. So you will see that 3d4 and 3d9 configuration doesn't exist, rather it will be more stable in terms of exactly half filled and exactly filled configuration. And in terms of noble gas core, you can see that first you need to write noble core argon and then write only the valence shell electron. And you know that for in these electron elements 21 to 30, valence shell is 4s as well as 3d, because these are the outermost shells. So these valence electrons are to be written in this way after writing noble gas core. Now it's very important to understand what is the reason of extra stability of exactly half filled and completely filled atomic orbitals, as we have seen in chromium and copper. These two elements in this among these 10 elements have exceptional configuration from Aufbau's principle. The reason behind it, first is symmetrical distribution. As we can see here, that when orbitals are exactly half filled or completely filled, then it becomes a symmetrical distribution of electrons, and that leads to stability. Hence, one electron from 4s or the s orbital shifts to this 3d orbital to give a more stable configuration. And this jump is possible in d or s to d because 4s and 3d orbitals are quite closer to each other and there is not much difference in the energy. And that is the reason that in case of p subshell, when we discussed yesterday, this kind of transition was not possible, because 3s 3p or 2s 2p, there is a large difference of energy. So electrons cannot jump from s to p to give that more stable configuration, whereas it can take place easily here because 4s and 3d orbitals are quite closer in energy, not much difference. So this transition is easier in d orbitals. So this is the first reason, that symmetrical distribution of electrons in d orbitals lead to extra stability. Second reason is exchange energy. It's a kind of energy which is released when electrons with similar spin can exchange their positions in atomic orbitals. Means एक सबशेल के अंदर जितने ऑर्बिटल्स हैं उसके अंदर अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन सेम स्पिन वाले होते हैं तो वो आपस में अपनी पोजीशन एक्सचेंज करते रहते हैं एंड ड्यूरिंग दीज एक्सचेंजिंग सम एनर्जी इज रिलीज्ड एंड व्हेन एनर्जी इज रिलीज्ड ऑब्वियसली इलेक्ट्रॉनिक एनर्जी विल डिक्रीज एंड एज वी नो दैट decreased energy or lower energy is a state is more stable for electrons as compared to the higher energy. So greater the number of exchanges possible, greater will be the energy released and hence more will be the stability. So as we can see, if the number of electrons in these degenerate orbitals will be higher for a particular spin, then obviously the number of exchanges will increase. As you can see, if D4 configuration is there, then number of possible exchanges will be 6 only. But in case of 5 electrons in these 5 orbitals, the number of exchanges would be 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Total 10 exchanges are possible. And due to these increased number of exchanges, you can see exchange energy increases because spinning of electron introduces a new type of quantum mechanical interaction called exchange energy, and this is proportional to the number of exchanges of positions by electrons of same spins from one orbital to another in the same subshell. And this can be calculated by this formula n minus 1 over 2 multiplied by k, where k is a constant. So we need to we can compare with the unpaired number of electrons here. So in case of 4 unpaired electrons, this energy will be 6k, whereas in case of 5 unpaired electrons, as the case of chromium, then this energy would be 10k. So higher the amount or magnitude of exchange energy, more stable will be the configuration because of lower energy. Hence we can say these extra this exactly half filled and completely filled configuration provide extra stability to electronic configuration. Hence this violation of Bose principle take place in these two elements, chromium and copper. So I think these configurations are clear to you all. Thank you. Have a nice day.